Hi, welcome to our channel, Stoic Principles. Today our focus will be on Stoicism and mental health, applying ancient wisdom to modern anxiety. In today's fast-paced world, anxiety and stress have become almost inevitable companions in modern American life. With the pressures of a post-pandemic society, economic uncertainty, and the relentless hustle culture, it's no wonder that mental health concerns are on the rise. The need for coping mechanisms is urgent, and while therapy, medication, and mindfulness practices are essential, there is another ancient philosophy that can offer valuable insights: Stoicism. Rooted in the teachings of figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, Stoicism provides a framework that helps people navigate life's challenges with resilience and calm. Surprisingly, despite its age, Stoicism offers strategies that are incredibly relevant to modern mental health, especially in dealing with anxiety, stress, and even depression. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control external events, but we can control how we respond to them. In a world where so much feels uncertain, from global pandemics to financial instability, this idea can be liberating. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus reminds us to focus on what is within our control and let go of what isn't. For someone suffering from anxiety, this is crucial. Anxiety often stems from trying to control or predict the future, worrying about things that may or may not happen. By practicing the Stoic principle of focusing only on what can be controlled, like our actions, responses, and attitudes, we can ease the mental burden of obsessing over the uncontrollable. Another Stoic technique that can help with anxiety is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios to prepare ourselves emotionally for potential outcomes. At first glance, this might seem counterintuitive for those dealing with anxiety. Why dwell on the negative? However, this exercise helps us confront our fears head-on and realize that, even in the worst of times, we are stronger and more resilient than we think. In American culture, where avoiding discomfort is common and failure is often feared, this practice can shift our mindset. Instead of trying to dodge every possible setback, Stoicism teaches us to face challenges with composure, knowing that in the end, we can endure much more than we anticipate. Stress, particularly the kind fueled by the hustle culture, is another issue that Stoicism tackles effectively. In the US, success is often measured by how much we produce, how hard we work, and how busy we are. This relentless pursuit of achievement can easily lead to burnout. Stoicism, however, reminds us of the importance of focusing on the present moment and finding contentment within. As Marcus Aurelius advises in Meditations, people look for retreats for themselves, in the country, by the coast, or in the hills, but nowhere can a person find a more peaceful and trouble-free retreat than in his own mind. This perspective encourages us to seek inner peace, rather than constantly striving for external accomplishments. It's a reminder that we don't need to keep up with the demands of hustle culture to find fulfillment. Sometimes it's about finding stillness amid the chaos. The Stoic concept of ataraxia, a state of serene calmness, is especially relevant in today's post-pandemic world, where many are dealing with social isolation, financial pressures, and uncertainty about the future. Depression and anxiety often thrive in environments of unpredictability and loss of control, which have become common in the aftermath of COVID-19. By practicing Stoicism's emphasis on rational thought and emotional regulation, individuals can regain a sense of balance. One powerful Stoic tool for managing difficult emotions is cognitive distancing, where we learn to observe our thoughts and feelings from a detached perspective. When anxiety strikes, we can pause and ask ourselves, is this emotion truly helping me right now? What is the worst that can happen? How would a Stoic approach this situation? These questions encourage a more rational, grounded response to overwhelming emotions. In the US, where personal freedom and independence are highly valued, Stoicism resonates deeply. The philosophy teaches that true freedom comes from within, through mastery over our thoughts and reactions. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This insight is particularly relevant to modern mental health, as much of our anxiety comes from imagined fears rather than actual events. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment and not let fear of the unknown dictate our lives. By practicing mindfulness, another key Stoic principle, we can ground ourselves in the here and now, reducing the power that anxiety holds over us. Incorporating Stoicism into daily life doesn't require a drastic lifestyle change. It's about small, mindful practices that can help us navigate the stresses of everyday life. One simple Stoic exercise that aligns with current mental health practices is journaling. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is essentially a Stoic journal where he reflected on his thoughts, fears, and actions. For someone struggling with anxiety, taking a few minutes each day to write down concerns, examine them from a rational perspective, and practice gratitude can make a significant difference in mental well-being. Gratitude, in particular, is a powerful tool that Stoicism and modern psychology both recognize as essential for reducing stress and cultivating happiness. In recent years, there has been a growing movement towards mental health awareness in the U.S., with increasing efforts to destigmatize conditions like anxiety and depression. Stoicism can be part of this conversation by offering ancient wisdom as a supplement to modern treatments. It's not about replacing therapy or medication, but enhancing our mental resilience with practical, timeless advice. As we continue to navigate a world that often feels chaotic and out of our control, Stoicism reminds us that the key to peace lies within. By focusing on what we can control, preparing for adversity, and cultivating a mindset of calm acceptance, we can better manage the stresses and anxieties that life throws our way. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that suffering is not something to be avoided at all costs, but something we can endure and grow through. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In dealing with modern challenges, from the pressures of work and personal life to the uncertainties of a post-pandemic world, Stoicism offers a roadmap to mental fortitude. Its teachings, though ancient, provide us with tools to face the anxieties of today with courage, resilience, and a clear mind.